On the morning of June 30, 1908, something extraordinary happened in one of the most remote places on Earth. Deep in the forests of Siberia, Russia, a gigantic explosion shook the sky. Witnesses saw a blazing fireball brighter than the sun racing across the horizon. Seconds later, a deafening blast echoed for hundreds of kilometers, and a powerful shockwave knocked people to the ground. Windows shattered, buildings trembled, and the sky lit up with an orange glow. Yet what makes this event truly mysterious is that no one found an impact crater. This event became known as the Tunguska Explosion, and more than a century later, it remains one of history's greatest scientific mysteries. The explosion occurred near the Podkamenaya Tunguska River in central Siberia. The area was so isolated that there were no major cities nearby, which is why no official death toll was ever confirmed. However, the force of the blast was beyond imagination. Scientists estimate that the explosion released energy equal to 10 to 15 megatons of TNT, making it hundreds of times more powerful than the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. The blast flattened nearly 80 million trees across more than 2,000 square kilometers. From above, the fallen trees formed a giant butterfly-shaped pattern, all pointing away from the center of the explosion. People living dozens of kilometers away reported feeling intense heat on their faces. Some believed the end of the world had arrived. Others described seeing the sky split open with fire. Because Siberia was difficult to reach, scientists didn't investigate the site immediately. It wasn't until 1927, almost 19 years later, that Russian scientist Leonid Kulik led the first major expedition to Tunguska. What he discovered was astonishing. Millions of trees lay flattened in every direction, but right in the center, many trees were still standing. Their branches had been burned away, leaving them looking like tall wooden poles. Even stranger, despite the incredible destruction, there was no giant crater in the ground. This single mystery changed everything. If a massive asteroid had struck Earth, there should have been a huge impact crater. But there wasn't. So what actually happened? The most widely accepted explanation is that a large asteroid or comet entered Earth's atmosphere at tremendous speed. Instead of reaching the ground, it exploded in the air about 5 to 10 kilometers above the surface. This type of event is called an airburst. The explosion released enormous energy instantly, creating a shockwave powerful enough to flatten forests without leaving a crater. Modern computer simulations strongly support this theory. Scientists believe the object was probably between 50 and 80 meters wide, but not everyone agrees. Over the years, countless alternative theories have appeared. Some people believe the explosion was caused by an alien spacecraft that crashed while trying to save Earth. Others have suggested a tiny black hole passed through the planet. Some even claimed it was caused by antimatter or a secret experiment involving Nikola Tesla. These ideas have fascinated people for decades, but no scientific evidence has ever supported them. Most researchers continue to favor the asteroid or comet airburst explanation because it matches the physical evidence far better than the more extraordinary theories. The Tunguska explosion also changed the night sky. For several nights after the blast, people across Europe and parts of Asia reported unusually bright skies. Newspapers said it was possible to read a newspaper outdoors at midnight without artificial light. Scientists believe tiny dust particles thrown high into the atmosphere reflected sunlight around the world, creating these glowing nights. Interestingly, if the explosion had occurred over a major city instead of a remote Siberian forest, the destruction would have been catastrophic. Entire cities could have been destroyed within seconds. Events like Tunguska remind us that Earth is constantly traveling through space, surrounded by asteroids and comets. Most burn up harmlessly in the atmosphere, but occasionally, larger objects come dangerously close. In 2013, another reminder came when a meteor exploded over Chelyabinsk, Russia. Although much smaller than Tunguska, the shockwave shattered thousands of windows and injured over 1,500 people, proving that airburst explosions are very real. Today, space agencies around the world actively track near-Earth objects using powerful telescopes. Their goal is to detect potentially dangerous asteroids long before they ever threaten our planet. Even after more than 100 years, the Tunguska explosion continues to fascinate scientists, historians, and mystery lovers alike. It remains one of the most powerful explosions ever witnessed in human history, Yet no one actually saw the object strike the ground. Was it an asteroid, a comet, or is there still a missing piece of the puzzle waiting to be discovered? One thing is certain. On that quiet summer morning in 1908, the forests of Siberia witnessed an event so powerful that its mystery still echoes around the world today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more fascinating history and mystery stories. Thanks for watching.